Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss the Omniverse Unity Connector Live Sync functionality. So first, in order to do a proper Live Sync session, you need to open your project and install the Omniverse connector. Once the connector is installed, you'll see this Omniverse menu at the top, and you're going to want to select Export. Right now, the Unity connector does not open up USD files for Live Sync sessions. You will need to have Nucleus installed, so that either localhost or cloud or an on-premise server. Today we're going to use localhost, and we're going to go into the users folder, and I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it Live Sync. In the Live Sync folder, I'm going to go ahead and call this Playground, and that will be our export. And it's important that you keep it as a USD file on the Nucleus server, because live sync sessions can only happen with USD files on the Nucleus server. Once I click export, you will notice that it will take a few moments while the menu item .export status is going across. This is because I'm exporting the scene for the first time, and it's converting MDL files, converting my materials to MDL files, and it's setting up the stage. When this is completed, I've selected in my settings that it will automatically open up in Create. So let me switch over to Create now, and you will see that my scene has opened up inside of Create. And you'll notice that the path is localhost, and on you can see that the playground has been opened. All right. Now that I have both of my scenes open, I am going to go ahead and create a live sync session. So back into Omniverse, I'm going to go ahead and select Live Sync. So open up a new tab, and I'm going to go ahead and dock it here on the right. In this new tab, you will notice that the path is my last exported file. It's very important that this does not change. And you'll notice I accidentally changed it, so let me just select that again. So you'll see that it has the Omniverse path and URL to the USD file, and I will go ahead and validate it. If it's a valid path, it will present the next menu without an error. So as you can see, the path is valid, which means the exported file that I just came out of Unity is here. Now, again, it's very important with Unity for Live Sync that the USD file always originates from Unity and is exported from Unity that you create the live session for. And that is because currently the Unity Live Sync functionality is unidirectional. It is not bidirectional. That means updates that happen in Unity will be reflected in Create. So I'm going to demonstrate that now, and I'm going to create this live demo session. I'm going to go ahead and create it, and you'll see that I'm automatically connected to live demo. So I've now created my live session, and I'm going to go over here now into Create, and I'm going to go ahead and join this session. So I'm going to press the live button in the top right hand corner, and you will see that it already has detected the live demo session and showing me that admin using Unity, who is also the owner of the session, is connected and a participant. I'm logged into the local host server as admin, and because of that, that is why the name admin is here. In your organization, it could be different names or would be your own name that you're logged into your computer. So now I'm going to press join, and you'll see that I've joined the session, and I have a notification that tells me that admin has joined the session inside of Unity. I also received the same notification inside of Create, and you can see in Create that admin from Unity is connected. And if I come over here, you will see that other participants, you'll now see admin inside of Create is connected. So I'm now connected to myself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, and I am going to resize my windows so that way you can see a little bit better of this live sync session in progress. So by doing that, I am going to move this over a bit. I'm going to move that over. Good. Okay. Now by moving my windows, you hopefully can see both screens. And I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm just going to select some of the cue balls. I'm just going to select this first ball and bring it up in the air. And you'll see that this ball is now moving. All right, and I'm going to do some undos on that move. Now over here on the side, I can go ahead and select all the pool balls, and I can go ahead and move all the pool balls up in the air. I could even decide to scale the pool balls larger, And let's move them back up so we can see them. And move them up, and there we go. And as you can see, the actions that I'm taking are being reflected. And again, undo is being respected, so I'm actually going to undo those changes and bring it back to where it was originally. Okay, so now another thing that's happening in the live sync session is that we did transfer over some physics data. So I'm going to go ahead over here to create, and I'm going to make this bigger so we can see this better. And I'm going to go into the physics, and I'm just going to make some small modifications to demonstrate a quick physics simulation while I'm doing a live sync. Now, again, changes that happen in Create are not going to be reflected back into the Unity scene. So I'm going to really quick make those changes to the physics scene, and then I want to change this cue ball here because I am going to make it crash in to the other balls. So I'm going to come down to the rigid body physics, and I'm going to change the linear velocity to 200. And I'm going to hit play. Boom. Now that looks really good. All right, I like that. Let's see that again. Boom. You can see those physics, balls dropping into the pockets. Okay. Now another thing I want to change up here is I want to make some small changes to the materials. I brought this into USD now, and I like my overall scene, but I'd like to change maybe the flooring and the walls. So I'm going to use the materials that come with NVIDIA, and earlier I selected slate. I was thinking that slate, a floor of the floor, would look good. And then I also wanted maybe more of an industrial look. So I was thinking polished concrete for the wall, and again for the wall. And I can zoom out now and kind of see how that looks. And while I'm not seeing the updates here in Unity, I may want to use Unity to adjust, say, the hanging light. So I'm going to select the hanging light, and I'll go to the inspector, and let's adjust the intensity of it to say 8. And that just brightened up the room a lot. But you know what? I think I actually want to reduce it and make the room a little bit more darker. So I'm going to reduce the hanging light, and then I think I'll reduce the room light as well. So I've now reduced the intensity, made this scene a little bit darker. And because color matters to me, I'm going to go ahead and select Render Settings, Post-Processing, and as mentioned in our overview video, one of the things that you'll want to do to get better one-to-one lighting is change it to linear. So now I have linear here, and I have linear set up inside of Unity, and that's looking pretty good. So now I've done a live session here, and keep in mind, someone from Maya, 3ds Max, or other applications that have an Omniverse connector could join in and connect to this session and make changes to the USD file. Now that I've completed the session, I'm going to show you how to end and merge. So I'm going to click on the Live Sync tab. And inside the Live Sync tab, only the owner can end the session and merge. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to show you some of the notifications that will also pop up in Create. So I'm just going to readjust my screen so you can see better. And I'm going to go ahead and click End Session and Merge. And what this will do is it will merge down the USD changes into the USD file, and it will allow other users to leave the session. So I'm going to click End and Merge. And what that does is you'll see I've now left the session. And I'm going to click Leave here, which goes back to the original file, and then I'm going to fetch the new file, which now has my changes both from Unity and from Create all in one USD file that I can continue to collaborate with. Thank you for watching this demo of Live Sync with the Unity Connector and Omniverse Create. Thanks.